Welcome to AI Video Mastery. In this class, we'll go from a simple idea to finished AI video you can confidently publish. This class is for creators who want to make AI videos but feel stuck or overwhelmed. If you've tried tools before and ended up with weak or random results, you're in the right place. You'll learn a clear system built on 3 core pillars: choosing the right direction, writing prompts that work, and turning images into finished videos. You'll identify what to create, generate strong prompts, pick the right AI, create images, turn them into video clips, and combine them into longer pieces. By the end, you'll complete a polished AI video using the exact workflows taught in this class, and you will have prompts and examples you can reuse at any time. Thanks again for joining this class. I'm genuinely excited to help you create professional AI videos and to give you the confidence to use them in projects, whether personal or clients-based. Let's jump into the first lesson. Congratulations to you. You're nearly 100% done with the AI video mastery. There are just 2 small steps you need to take. First, take action. As Confucius said, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, so if you haven't already, take your first step by creating your first AI video. All the best information in the world means nothing if you don't act on it, and even small steps lead to massive outcomes. Lastly, if you found value in this program, I would really appreciate if you could take 60 seconds to leave your honest review. I will be immensely grateful to you, and your feedback will massively help future students in deciding the best program for them. Although this course is complete, your journey has just begun. I'm excited to see your edits online, so be sure to keep me and your fellow students posted. Remember, I'm here for your success, so if there's anything you need, don't hesitate to reach out in the Q&A section below. Thank you again for choosing me as your instructor, wishing you all the best and looking forward to seeing you in future courses. In this video, I'd like to tell you how you can make your videos longer. Well, you have to use different models. For example, for Kling, we can do 5 seconds or 10 seconds, but if we search for Kling 3.0, we can make it longer, up to 15. But then if we go into, like, let's say another model, Minimax, for example, let's do this one, it has a different length as well. So based on AI models, you can generate different length, but what I found works really well is just generating a bunch of clips and then putting them together. Because usually, if you think about if you create videos for social media, you don't just have one long clip that lasts for like a minute, let's say. You have a lot of small ones. And then with those small ones, of course, it's going to cost some credits. If let's say we use like 10 videos, it's going to cost 50 credits if we use Kling 2.6. And then from that, you can generate videos. So for example, if we take a look at this video, which I'm not going to play because it has some audio, but this is that I did literally like in an hour, where a person is walking, actually me walking through an abandoned like city. The video is called like, something like, what if you were the last person on earth? And you can see the video is 55 seconds. I generated probably like 15 different clips, and these are the results that you can get. And I'll give you another example. I did a little bit of experimentation, and once again, I put a lot of clips together where I was trying to make content with this blue mascot character, and it was with dinosaurs. There you go. Just a bunch of clips put together. And then I had another one where I did skeletons. You know, those kind of skeletons went viral recently. And so I was able to generate skeletons. All I did is literally just to create a skeleton first and then generate like an image using the reference and then just animate that video. Super simple. Or animate that image. And these videos went stratospherically viral. In the first like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the first like 6-7 days, it got 90,000 views. And if we take a look at these videos, so I show it to you on YouTube, the realism is pretty unbelievable as well. And it was all generated once again using exactly the same process, Nano Banana and then Kling AI. Super simple, but looks pretty unreal, and that's why these videos got the number of views that they got. So that's how you do it. If you have any questions, let me know. Other than that, let's jump into the next video. Now, once we have our image generated, we need to hover over it and then click on animate. It will be the equivalent of just going into video and create a video and then uploading our image here. So I can just come here, click on animate, and in this preview, we're going to have our video. And all we have to do is to go back to ChatGPT or to AI of your choice and then copy the prompt, select and paste our prompt here. So once again, Kling 2.6, I can make it longer if I want to, so we can customize the settings. The orientation is basically going to be the same one as this one, and I'm going to click on generate. It does take a little bit of time. This is sometimes a little bit longer, sometimes a little bit less long, depending on how many requests they have and how many people are using this AI at the same time. But as you can see, it's already generating, so it was pretty fast. Now, if I go into my account, so here, we can see that I did like 456 free generations, and then the paid generations, I'm not even sure how much I did, but a ton. And on this website, if we go into upgrade, it has a number of different subscriptions. So we have one subscription for free, the other one is basic, then we have pro, ultimate, the creator. Honestly, just come here, check if you want to like use this or not. I don't have any affiliation with them, it's just a great place to create videos. Anyway, let's go into video. Oh, it's already done. So let's go ahead and download this video by clicking on this button. And before watch the video, I just want to say that we can actually just delete this image and then go ahead and just literally put like an image here, like drag and drop it or select it from the computer. And then you can turn any image into video. But anyway, let's see what we generate here. Great, looks amazing. If you have any questions, let me know. Other than that, let's jump into the next video. In this video, we'll generate our image. I'm going to take this prompt, literally, just copy it, come to Higgsfield website, go to image, create an image, and I'm going to put our prompt here, and I'm going to select Nano Banana Pro. And what we can actually do is, let's say we generate a character, and this is actually a picture of me. So for example, this is like a character of me that I generated, and I can click here, for example, to use for reference, and then it will create like me in the video, like it did here. But if we don't reference, it's just going to generate things from scratch. Let's go ahead and generate from scratch. I'm going to click and generate, and then let's also do one with the reference of me. So I'm just going to click here, and then you can see the pop-up that we are referencing that image, and then click on generate as well. So it's going to take some time to do the generation, and because I'm using the unlimited, sometimes it doesn't do it right away. It needs a bit more time because like the free version, but then if I unclick unlimited, it's going to cost a little bit of credits, but it's going to be done a little bit faster. But as you can see, this one is in the process. Now, I've experimented with different models. As I said before, Nano Banana works pretty well, and you can actually just go ahead and ask ChatGPT the difference between all the different models. Some models have some advantages and disadvantages. Some are better in terms of the video, for example, with like lip syncing, with speech, the other ones with like realism. So depending on the model, we have different results. So let's wait until we see what we get here. Okay, so this is me in the AI world, and this is without reference of me. Based on the description, you can see the scene is very similar, but then the details are slightly different. So we can actually animate both. Okay, let's see which one we like more. Well, I actually prefer this guy a little bit more. I think he blends in a little bit better. I stand out too much from the background, as if I was put there with Photoshop, but this guy, it seems like fits there a little bit better. Let's jump into the next video, and I'll show you how to turn this into a video. Now, a very big question becomes, what AI do we use to generate? Because we have a ton of AIs at this point that, there's a ton of video AIs, a ton of image AIs. Which ones do we use? Well, first of all, I use a website called Higgsfield.ai that has a bunch of AIs on this platform. So it's like a platform that has a lot of AI solutions put into it. And if I go into image, for example, and I click on create an image, we'll have a ton of images that I generated in the past. And if we click here at the bottom, we have a ton of different models here. So these are all the models that will be Higgsfield's Hold, Higgsfield's Face Swap, Nano Banana, Nano Banana Pro, C-Dream, and a lot of others. I don't know all the AIs, so don't worry that you don't know all the AIs as well. Now, if we go into video and create a video, so that's a similar thing where we have a number of different models, and then we can choose between the different models of the models, a lot of different stuff. So what I do is I create images in Nano Banana Pro, that's this AI, and then I animate the video with Kling 2.6. First of all, I tried this combination, it works really well. Secondly, it doesn't take a lot of credits because a lot of the stuff can be a little bit expensive. It doesn't matter what platform you use, what website you use. You can use another website. I'm just going to show the process on this website. For example, to create an image, I can click on unlimited, and that's actually not going to cost me any credits. But if I go into video, the video is going to cost me 5 credits. Every month I get 1,200 credits, I believe, and then I can buy additional credits, but it all costs money. So in order to save the money, I use this combination. I can definitely use other combinations, and for example, if I switch to Kling 3.0, it already takes 9 credits, and if I generate 1080, it does 10 credits. Then I can go to other ones, like for example Sora Pro Max, 153 credits, and I would not even be able to generate 10 videos. So we can take different amount of credits, and that's why I use Kling 2.6 and Nano Banana Pro. But what I do recommend is just testing this out, see how it works for you. You can experiment with different models, and if you're satisfied, just continue using it. I mean, you can see on the screen that the video I then generated here, for example, it's pretty unbelievable. Anyway, that's how we do it. Let's jump into the next video and actually start putting our prompt and generating our first image. Now, once you know what to generate, we need to go to ChatGPT or Cloud AI or another AI of your choice, and we will ask it to generate a prompt. Now, why do we need this? Because you want to give as much detail as possible, and you want it to be pretty concise and descriptive, and AI is just pretty good at it. So what we can do is we can just tell AI like a bunch of random stuff and not cohesive words, and then AI will put it into perfectly balanced sentences that we are going to copy and then paste into our video generation of AI. So for this video, I'd like to generate a person who's going to become very small, the size of the ant, basically shrinking to the size of the ant, and being surrounded by ants, and then the ants are going to kind of come from the sides close to the person. An important note, I will tell ChatGPT to generate both the video and an image. Why? Because it is a lot easier to generate an image first and then animate that image instead of generating a video right away. It's way easier to generate a frame than the whole video, and then it's also easier to animate that frame or to make changes to that frame so that you have more control over this process. Hey ChatGPT, you are a prompt writer for AI that's going to generate a video for us. The video is going to be the final output, and I need you specifically to generate 2 things: one image prompt and one video prompt. The image is going to be an initial frame of the video, and then from that frame we'll start the animation. So what we'll generate is we'll generate a person, a man, roughly 25 years old, that is shrunk to the size of an ant. And we will have this very small world of the insects fill the frame. We're going to have a man standing on the ground, surrounded by insects. We need to have grass and all sorts of like greenery around, and in the background, the focus is going to be on the person, and the person is going to be kind of surprised that he's in that. So that's going to be in terms of the image. And then for the video, we need ants to surround our person and then get close to him as if they want to be on top of that person. So I need you to generate these 2 prompts. Make sure that they are concise and descriptive enough to generate the scenes. There you go. So once we have that, I'm going to send, and we'll have ChatGPT generate 2 prompts. Okay, so the image prompt, great. Sometimes it will give descriptions like 8K, which we can delete because we're actually going to set this ourselves, but this is good. So this length is okay. If it gets a little bit longer, then it can be a little bit too much and it's going to take a bit more time to generate. In terms of the video, let's see. Okay, good. So we have our 2 prompts. Let's jump into the next video and start generating. Welcome. The first thing you need to do is you need to identify what exactly you want. With AI, at this point, we can literally create anything, generate anything, whether that's a person or a cat speaking, whether they're on Earth, somewhere else, whether that's particles, whatever. You can generate literally anything at this point. And so this gives us a great opportunity, but it also is a bit of a disadvantage because, well, we can choose anything. And when there's a bit of too much choice, then it becomes a bit of a problem. So you need to identify exactly what do you want. By that I mean the main subject or the character or the background, the surrounding, the weather, the time of the day, whatever you want to generate. the more detail you give, the better the results are going to get. Because whatever you don't give is going to be automatically generated by AI. And in order to give as much detail as possible, you need to identify what do you want. So this is going to be the very first task. Identify what you want to generate, what kind of visual you want to generate, and let's jump into the next video.